Hello and welcome. Today, I'm going to do a movie recap regarding a road science fiction comedy film, Paul. Warning. Spoilers ahead. Enjoy the recap, everyone. In 2009, Graham Willie and Clive Gollings are two English comic book nerds and best friends who have traveled to America to attend the annual Comicon convention in San Diego, California.
Sure, it's good. That is wonderful. Cover 3 tits.
Afterwards, the two take a road trip in their rented RV to visit all the sites of major extraterrestrial importance in the Southwest USA.
Smile.
At one stop in Arizona, Graham and Clive visit the little alien where two hunters confront them, assuming they might be homosexual.
Close encounter.
Yep, sounds like a gay bar. Oh no, we're just friends.
In a hurried leave, Clive accidentally reverses the RV into the hunter's truck, leaving a dent.
Seeing that again.
That wasn't...
Later that evening, Graham and Clive see headlights racing up behind them and, believing it to be the hunters, they speed off in their RV. Eventually, the vehicle catches up and they realize it's just a car. However, the car suddenly wrecks up right in front of them and rolls off the highway. When Graham and Clive investigate the crash, they meet and discover an alien named Paul, voiced by Seth Rogen, who is in desperate need of their help.
Put the phone down.
Although shocked by the appearance of Paul, Graham agrees to give Paul a ride, but Clive is not happy about the idea.
Are you using some sort of neural language router?
Actually, I'm speaking English, you fucking idiot.
Later, Lorenzo Zoil, a shady government agent, arrives at the site of the crashed car and informs his mysterious female superior over the radio that he's closing in on Paul, and she recommends using local law enforcement as backup.
Why don't you let me take care of it?
You might need the extra muscle. Just keep him in the dark.
Zoil then recruits two inept FBI agents, Haggard and O'Reilly, to aid in his mission, without telling them the nature of their target.
No, that's Clive's.
It's my novel.
Okay. 3 tits.
It's a miracle!
Graham, Clive and Paul pull into a motor park run by Ruth Buggs, a creationist Christian, and her abusive and controlling father, Moses. The trio bond around their camp grill, and Paul reveals that, ever since he was captured by the government, he had been advising them in all manner of scientific and sociological achievements, including giving Steven Spielberg the idea for E.T. and inventing the character of Fox Mulder.
Agent Mulder was right.
Agent Mulder was my idea. Really?
Wow.
Yeah!
However, he discovered that he had outlived his usefulness as a receptacle of knowledge, and the government was now intending to surgically remove Paul's brain in an attempt to harness his abilities. With help from a friend inside Area 51, Paul sent an SOS to his home planet, and his people are now en route to pick him up. The government pushed up the schedule for Paul's surgery, however, prompting his rapid escape. The next morning, Paul inadvertently reveals himself to Ruth, and the trio are forced to kidnap her and make a hasty escape. Paul then shatters Ruth's faith by sharing his knowledge of the universe via telepathic link.
The world is 4,000 years old and can only be the product of intelligent design.
Oh, that's horseshit. I got a question. How do you explain me?
At first horrified, Ruth suddenly becomes eager to sin, which her father had raised her to fear doing.
I can curse.
Oh, yeah.
Penises.
Ruth.
Assing hairy boobs.
She initially doesn't trust Paul, but he heals her eye, as she has been blind in it since the age of 4.
Oh, fuck this.
Meanwhile, Zoil, Haggard, and O'Reilly talk to Ruth's father, who claims she was abducted by a demon. Haggard finds a drawing of Paul that Graham did, and becomes suspicious of Zoil's motives, especially after he accidentally overhears Zoil reporting to his mysterious supervisor over the radio.
Here we go. Boys, to the car.
When Graham, Clive and Ruth encounter the same pair of hunters from earlier, and are saved by Paul, Haggard later has his suspicions confirmed by showing the hunters Graham's drawing, which elicits a fearful response.
Something I can help you with?
Yeah, you mind telling me what happened here?
A couple hillbilly types in the back of that meat wagon won't stop crying.
While stopping in a small town, O'Reilly accidentally encounters Paul in a comic book shop, prompting the foursome to flee.
Get your goddamn hands off my motherfucking junk!
Hello.
O'Reilly!
When Haggard and O'Reilly tell Zoyle what they saw, he pulls a gun on them and orders them to return to headquarters, before going after the RV on his own.
Straight home.
Contrary to his orders, however, the two FBI agents follow Zoyle in the same direction. Eventually, Paul reveals his intention to return to the girl whose dog he crashed his ship on in 1947 and who subsequently saved his life, who is now an old woman, Tara Walton.
Look, Tara,
I only just stopped believing in you,
After spending her life being ridiculed for what she said she saw, Tara seems grateful to see that Paul simply exists. She turns her gas cooker on to make tea, but is interrupted by Haggard and O'Reilly on one side of the house, and Zoyle on the other.
Where did that come from? Holy shit, it's them! I'll take the front!
As the motley crew escapes and drives off with Paul, O'Reilly shoots at them, and the gas ignites, destroying the house.
Coming, ready or not.
A winded Zoyle tries to follow, but Haggard takes off first, running Moses, who'd also been tracking the RV, off the road, and catching up to the RV.
Haggard, sir! Agent Zoyle is no longer in command!
I don't give a shit who's in command.
However, thanks to an error of judgment, Haggard accidentally drives off a cliff, and is killed, leaving Zoyle in hot pursuit.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
He reassures his superior that he'll have Paul within an hour, but she declares herself tired of waiting, and informs Zoyle that she's ordered a military response, prompting Zoyle to shoot his radio.
Bringing in the big gun.
When Paul, Graham, Clive, Ruth and Tara arrive at the rendezvous, they set off a signal and wait.
Oh, now you're running, huh?
That's not funny, that's dangerous.
Eventually, eerie orange lights show up over the surrounding trees, and everyone believes that it is Paul's race. However, it is an army helicopter, with the big guy, Sigourney Weaver, on board, Zoyle's shadowy superior.
Small world.
Paul!
As she and three troops move to shoot Paul, Zoyle arrives, and it's revealed that he was Paul's inside contact who had helped him to escape. Zoyle disarms the men, but is shot in the shoulder.
Don't fucking move.
Tara punches out the big guy, but Moses appears with a shotgun and shoots Graham dead.
Oh my.
Paul heals him, but inflicts the damage to himself, a possible side effect of his healing powers mentioned earlier in the film. Paul then collapses, exhausted. For a while, the other characters stand around his apparently lifeless body sprawled on the grass. Then, coughing, Paul props himself up, having healed himself.
It's a miracle!
The big guy regains consciousness, but is immediately crushed by the arriving alien ship. Paul begins to depart and informs Tara that she is going with him to live a better life and bids farewell to his friends, hoping to meet them again one day.
Oh, you're coming with me.
Huh?
I ruined your life, Tara.
No, definitely.
2 years later, Graham, Clive, and Ruth are shown again at a comic convention, promoting their new mega-successful comic book, Paul. O'Reilly is also shown to have survived the house explosion. I hope you enjoy another episode of our movie recap. Until next time.